have in his place? It would have to have another guard, right?
You would think.
I don't know. But it was the Motown beatdown part due.
Yeah, that was insane, dude. That was insane. But it brought up the question about the need for an enforcer in the NBA.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing? Whoa, the spread in the Spurs-Lakers game is unreal.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Wow. I mean, are there missing players? Let's see here. Interesting. Yeah, lots to get into today.
And then there was a dust up too. Going back to, looking at other stuff that happened, with fights and all that. It's kind of ridiculous. They even had like Anderson Caruso of OKC and LeBron James. They were kind of showing the video. They weren't really fighting. They were just kind of playing. Good morning, Charlie Hernandez. Good morning, Tony Hernales. Mario Cavazos in the chat. Thank you, guys.
Nice.
Peter Aguilar. And then we have Albert Lopez. Thanks for joining us, fellas. Still looking at video of this fight with the Pistons Hornets, dude.
It was a pretty good one, man. I didn't mind it.
Somebody put the Stone Cold walkout music. It was funny, dude, to that fight. We'll play that as well.
Isaiah Stewart coming out.
He had something
He's been suspended for a long time, dude. He's been going away for a while.
What's his name? Gone.
Gone.
Don't get on the plane. You're getting on the bus.
We're rising together on a game day Tuesday. My name is Mike Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia in the studio in the 210. This is the Area 210 podcast powered by P.F. Chang's La Cantera and Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio, the downtown location. What's going on, everybody? It's game day for the Spurs as they take on the Lakers tonight on national TV. Interesting spread that I just saw right now, and there's a reason for it. We're going to get into a lot of Spurs talk today because Stephon Castle is going to be part of All-Star Weekend. He's going to be part of the Rising Stars Challenge along with Dylan Harper, right? But what if he made his way over to the All-Star team? Is that a possibility? Because last night, Steph Curry said he's not going to be able to play. A replacement player is needed. They were talking about people who got snubbed, for that last All-Star bid. Kawhi Leonard was snubbed, but then he got added to the team because somebody got hurt. If another replacement is needed, what are the odds that Steph Curry's spot goes to Stephon Castle instead? We'll get into that. Got to get into some Super Bowl talk later on, man. Some afterthoughts of it all. I know we talked about it in deep detail yesterday. But, man, a lot of people coming down on Drake May. Say that Drake May was basically smoke and mirrors this year. And some commentators say that that's really a 5 or 6 win team that just smoke and mirrored its way into the playoffs, smoke and mirrored its way into a playoff run. Got to get Joe's analysis on that because you do watch New England football from time to time, and you were Joe Stradamus when it came to them. Were they just a one-hit wonder? And is Seattle actually going to be that team that's going to make a run at having a dynasty of their own? Interesting thoughts. By the way, congratulations again to Tariq Woolen, first UTSA Roadrunner with a Super Bowl ring. Also gets a $172,000 check for winning the Super Bowl. So
not too bad.
Props to him, man. But he's got to pay those California taxes, though, because the game was played in Santa Clara.
He should do? You know what he should do? He should call you, Mike, to go ahead and make more money.
That's right. Give me a call. If you need to invest that money, Tariq, give me a call, 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369 for any questions involving retirement accounts, insurances,
annuities,
like life insurance, disability, long-term care, the occasional annuity if it works. Yeah. But give me a call. There's a number, 210-508-0369.
He could invest that $175,000 and flip. You can help him flip the money, Mike.
Oh, I know. My business partner has had some NFL players as clients in the past. he has said that the NFL players are the worst clients to have. It's kind of weird. Now,
Really?
I wouldn't mind taking one on if they have their head on straight and all that stuff. But he says the entitlement of some of these
Oh,
players
yeah.
is so great. On top of that, you know, investments, market goes up, market goes down. They don't understand that concept for some reason, one reason or another. I hear
Yeah.
that from financial people. Well, let's
You
talk
know
about,
what?
yeah,
I was going to tell you, Mike, our very own mayor, Gina Ortiz Jones, has gotten in a bit of a trouble here as of
bit of a
late.
little bit of a dust up. So there is
Yeah.
talks about having a vote to censure Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones because apparently she went after District Council member Cower, I think is her name,
Yeah. Behind the
in
scenes.
behind the scenes in a private area at council chambers. Allegedly went after her because she was frustrated with a proposal that was being brought up that she did not agree with, and is accused of basically cussing her out, yeah, behind closed doors.
That's
And
very unprofessional behavior, man. And this hasn't been the first time that she's been doing stuff like this. And I think what's happening is that the city council's probably had enough of this behavior,
well,
unprofessional
I mean,
behavior,
it's
man.
intimidation is basically what it
You know,
is. I know she's 4 foot nothing or 5 foot
come
at the
on.
tallest, but it's still intimidation nonetheless. It is what it is. But and that's the thing about it all is that you saw when she first got into office that she was trying to do things her own way, and they were flagging her down, saying, "No, protocol is you do this to the agenda. You cannot add this. You cannot subtract this. This is
Yeah.
the method of operating procedure." She didn't want to do it. She wanted to do her own thing, and they're calling her out on it. And I guess that behavior is acceptable in the military to cuss people out. It's acceptable on sports teams and whatnot. But in this setting, maybe not necessarily. And
Yeah.
it's funny because this is not a pro Gina or anti Gina thing, but she stumbled out of the gate when she went after the Spurs, and the
Yeah.
Spurs going off. If the Spurs had not gone on to a hot start and beating the living crap out of Dallas in the opening night, would they have gone on to get that arena vote? Because it was close. It was close, but I think it put them over the top. And now the Spurs are now sitting at the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. Can you imagine if the Spurs had lost that election and were the 2 seed right now? The leverage that the Spurs would have on the city of San Antonio at that point,
Be
it,
gone.
it would be like the TV show Shark Tank, right?
Oh,
The
God.
deal's off the table. We're renegotiating, right? All all roads go through Mr. Wonderful, right? The Spurs would be in complete control of it all at that point.
Yeah.
And
I'm all
Spurs
in for 10%.
and Spurs fans would have been lining up to vote in favor of whatever the Spurs wanted because we have a winning team.
Yeah.
I used to hate that whole thing about I can't vote for an arena because the Spurs sucked the past few years. What does that
Not
have to do with
anymore.
anything? They won 5 championships in 15 years. What does that have to do with anything? I've never understood some Spurs fans' logic and thinking. Now, I'm going to
Yeah.
poke a hole in that Stephon Castle for All-Star possibility. Okay? So Steph Curry last night bowed out because he got injured and is not
Yeah.
going to play in the upcoming All-Star weekend. That being said, that opens up a spot. Conventional wisdom says James Harden statistically would probably be the next person in line to take
Yeah.
that spot. Dylan Brooks, somebody like that, right? But that would give you 2 players on a Clippers team that is not very highly ranked. The
Yeah.
Spurs are the second best team in the West by far. And wouldn't they get a second player involved in the All-Star festivities, right? So who would it be? Would it be De'Aaron Fox or would it be Stephon Castle? Well, Stephon Castle was named Western Conference Player of the Week just a couple of days ago. So you would think that he falls in line. But here's where I poke a hole in it, Joe. Supposedly, All-Star consideration really goes through February 1. And he was named Western Conference Player of the Week on February 8th.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they can factor in the fact that he was hot last week, had that triple double, that 40, 12, and 12 game against the Mavericks. I don't know if they can factor that in. I hope that they can. I want Steph Castle to be named an All-Star because James Harden doesn't even want to be on his team. He got
Oh,
traded from
yeah.
his team, right?
Yeah. But who would you replace him with though? Like what other guard would be available for All-Star weekend on short notice? I'm sure they have, backups and whatnot in case this person isn't available. you're going to be the backup. They have those types of scenarios in place. But would the backup be another guard, or would it be somebody that plays another position?
I would think it would have to be a guard.
Right. That's a
You want
common sense. You
you
would
want
think.
you would want to have some balance to the teams and whatnot, right? But do you take a player that just recently got traded? You take a player from a team that's the 6 or 7 seed
No.
in the West. I mean, where do you go with all this? Because conventional wisdom says that the number 2 team in the West or the number 2 team in the East should have 2 reps. That's the way it should be done. And I'll be honest with you, Fox and Castle had not been playing like all-stars up until Castle the last 2 weeks. Castle is making an actual legitimate argument that argument wasn't there 2 weeks ago. But it is now.
No.
It is now. And
Well,
I
we
think,
have video too of Stephon Castle.
yeah, Castle, looking up his stats for the season,
Yeah.
17 points this year, averaging 7 assists, 5.2 rebounds. I mean, 17, 7, and 5. Some people might not think those are all-star numbers, man.
You're going to sign the apology form for
what?
Stephon Castle? You
For what?
abandoned your boy. You abandoned him.
I said Castle would be a 2 or 3 time all-star. This falls in line with him becoming a 2 or 3 time all-star is to
He's
make
not
it the
your
first
favorite.
time.
He's not your favorite no more. You went ahead and traded him in for Harper. But listen
right,
to
let's
Mitch,
do the
man.
video.
Mitch was talking about Stephon Castle on the plane,
Yeah.
kind of congratulating him. So let's go ahead and see that video.
Hope you guys enjoyed the game last night. But I did want to share that it's coming out Western Conference Player of the Week.
Stephon Castle.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
No, I appreciate y'all boys though. I do need thank yous from everybody though.
So he could tell he was a bit embarrassed about it all, but he was happy nonetheless, and his teammates were happy for him. So good for him, man. He deserves it, dude. He's been playing really good. He balled out the other day before they got on the plane to leave, to LA. 40-point game. I mean, good for him, man.
I'm looking at this roster right here of the Spurs and thinking to myself, why does he deserve to be an all-star? It's because Castle plays defense. And that's one part of the game that doesn't always materialize in the box score, is the fact that not only is he averaging 17 points per game, 7 assists and 5 rebounds, but he's playing very good defense. I'm not saying elite, but it's getting there. It's very good. It's B+, A- defense. So Castle being named an all-star, it wouldn't surprise me. But here's the thing. If he is named an all-star, all that crap that Spurs fans gave DeJounte Murray needs to go away. Because remember, DeJounte Murray made an all-star team, but he made it as a replacement when somebody got hurt. And everyone's like, I mean, he wasn't a real all-star. He was a replacement. I heard that shit all the time when it came to dollar. I heard that crap when it came to DeJounte Murray. Are we going to hear the same chirping about Stephon Castle if he's named for the all-star team?
Could you say the same thing about LaMarcus Aldridge?
Better not.
Remember LaMarcus Aldridge? Remember
Yeah.
LaMarcus Aldridge? He did the same thing. He was a backup. Somebody couldn't go, so he was the backup, and they went ahead and had him representing the Spurs at the NBA All-Star Weekend.
LeBron James does not belong there. Kawhi Leonard does not belong there. Kawhi Leonard, because of the controversy involving him and aspiration.
The Tree Man.
Yeah.
Tree Man gets paid. I remember that.
Tony Analysis is out to us in our chat powered by PF Chang's La Cantera. Says Mike gets upset for dumb stuff. Those Spurs fans are dumb. No, you know what? Those Spurs fans, there are more like that than you would like to believe. There are a lot of Spurs fans who had that take, and it was the stupidest, dumbest take of all time. Mario Cavazos says, Mira, nice. Johnson and Riffy Polo. No, this is a Travis Matthew shirt.
Travis Matthew.
But I'm slimmed down, yo. Slimmed down.
The slimmed down version. I'm over here wearing my Muhammad Ali t-shirt today.
Yeah. That's cool. Hey, Castle being named to the All-Star team, Joe, what are the odds? Give me a percentage of that possibility happening.
I give it 15-20%, man.
Who should be the replacement, though, man?
I don't know, man. That's up to the NBA to decide. Like I said, they probably already got somebody in mind.
I mean, because Kawhi got snubbed, if I wasn't mistaken, but they didn't add him on yet.
I think they did, man. I think he's on the second unit. I believe so.
All right, I'm gonna look that up real fast. Let's see what the All-Star roster looks like right now. The team rosters were set by the NBA. Again, there's going to be two American squads and one international squad. The world squad is going to be Giannis, Denny Avdija, Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Pascal Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns, and Wemby. Again, not only does this need to be a guard, Joe, it needs to be an American guard when it comes to it all. Team USA, the blue team is Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry, who has since dropped out, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard is on the team, Donovan Mitchell, and Norman Powell. You have on Team USA, Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, who was involved in that fight yesterday, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Johnson, and Tyrese Maxey. So, Harden?
The beard? I don't know, man.
Statistically, it's Harden. But Harden is not with his original team. So what goes on with that? Sam Selena says that team, that world squad is scary. Dude, arguably, that's 8 of the 12 best players in the entire NBA right there, man. Even Denny Avdija is pretty good. I don't know. I find it to be funny, Joe. But there was also word yesterday, I don't know if you got this, that the NBA is going to be expanding in a couple of years. There's a potential of expanding 2 more teams.
Saw that.
Likely to be Seattle. You could just mark it in highlighter, mark it in permanent ink, that it's going to be Seattle. The Supersonics are coming back. The next team could be a team like Las Vegas, maybe Nashville, maybe a team like that.
Why would you put it in Nashville, bro? Like, no.
Oh, it's a happening city, Joe.
No, man.
Nashville hums. It hums. It's in a part of the country that doesn't have necessarily a team within a 100-mile radius. It hums over there. And then
I guarantee they won't get it, dude. I bet you it's going to be Vegas.
Oh, I guarantee you Nashville will get one in the next 5 years because there'll be 2 teams that don't exist. The New Orleans Pelicans won't exist 5 years from now. The city of New Orleans,
you don't think so?
New Orleans doesn't deserve to have any professional sports. The city's the size of like Corpus. I mean, it is a small city with a small metro area. It's smaller than San Antonio.
You want to take one of the good things that they have over there, dude, away from them.
Yeah, they can keep Mardi Gras. No, but the Pelicans are struggling over there, and the Memphis Grizzlies are struggling as well. Those are 2 teams. Grizzlies have already relocated. They're originally in Vancouver back in the day, if you remember that. So they've already moved to Memphis. They're struggling over there. They don't have the public support. They could be gone too. What's their name going to be, Joe? Gone. So I think that the shuffle of the deck is Nashville gets a team. I think the shuffle of the deck, that Las Vegas gets a team. That Seattle gets a team eventually. And 5 or 6 years from now, we'll probably have one in London, one in Paris.
I like this comment.
So you're saying Corpus has a chance for an NFL team? Pretty much, man.
Corpitos.
The water's just as dirty.
Caca water.
Caca water, man. New Orleans caca water, man. God, that place is gross. I mean, I love going to the Saints games, and I like going to the French Quarter occasionally. But after a while, you reach a certain age, Joe, where like the rock and roll tinge doesn't work for you anymore.
You say
maybe it's the evolution of me. Maybe it's the Chica rubbing off on me. But I have no desire to go to New Orleans just to hang out like I did back in the day when I was younger. And I go to Bourbon Street, go get drunk over there, then go to Harrah's and go to Mother's to go eat and all that stuff. Go Cafe Du Monde and go do the cemetery tours. Like that was 20s and 30s, Michael, right? The same thing goes with Las Vegas. I'll go to Vegas for like the Super Bowl. Like there's an event, or I'll go to Vegas for a fight. I'll go to Vegas for a concert. I'll go to Vegas for a show. Like there's something about it, right? But the idea of going to Vegas of like, let's just go the second week of July because we just want to go to Vegas. It does nothing for me. You know where I want to be, Joe? I want to be on the water, Joe. I want to be with Chica in a hammock or in one of those day beds that's covered. That's some cocktail, Joe. That's all I want.
You want to be in your own little private cabana, dude.
Yeah.
They got those over there in Oceanside, man. Just ask my boy Rick about it, dude. Over at the
Yeah.
Marine base. Yeah. Corpus
Head of a
Christi
fist
and
say
Los Dinos.
Nashville, like 2 blocks, but call it NOLA small. I'm gonna look up Nashville's population and New Orleans population. Right? What do you think New Orleans population is? San Antonio has a population of what, 1.5 million or so.
Yeah.
What do you think New Orleans population is?
I think it's up there, man. In population. I don't know.
More or less than San Antonio, 1.3 million.
I don't know. I'd say maybe more.
380,000 people.
Really?
Yes, it is a small city, Joe.
It's a Crescent City, man.
San Antonio has 1.43 million as of 2020, according to Wikipedia. So if you look at the city of Nashville, 384,000 people, and Nashville's population probably has some more than double that. Yeah, it does double it, 750,000 people. So yeah, I mean Nashville is a lot bigger than, and it's a lot richer than New Orleans by far.
Sam, stop it, Sam. You don't get him started.
Is
Isn't
New
New
Orleans
Orleans
more?
poor,
You know what? I would actually agree.
bro?
I would actually agree.
You know what? And this is true too. Tornado Last brings this up. He says after the hurricane, it has gone very low. I guess in population because the displacement of the hurricane really spread everything out. You know, people kind of had to go to different areas to start a new life again. You know, so maybe those people now didn't return back to New Orleans because they started new lives elsewhere.
Yeah,
You know?
predominantly Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, Houston had a big influx of people coming in from Louisiana after the storm, and they just never returned. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. They came to Texas.
Mario, did El Jefe Jeff Garcia attend the building
Yeah,
in the
I
building
saw.
500 episode party last night?
I saw that. I saw those photos, and I was laughing because I was like, "Oh my god, we started our podcast literally at the exact same time as them."
Yeah.
So we hit our 500 episode. They hit their 500 episode basically at the same time. You know, we were a couple of weeks early, but yeah, basically at the same time.
I didn't see
Mike
Jeff
Taylor,
in the photo.
Remember Mike Taylor was one of our first
guest,
guests on the show.
We need to bring him back, man.
By the way, I will say this. When I was looking at the photos, I zoomed in to see who's double dipping between In the Building and Area 210. Like I know there are people who listen to both podcasts. That's fine.
Of course.
But going to the events, I wanted to see if I'd see Mario Cavazos out there. I wanted to see if I'd see Sam Salinas or if I'd see Tony Ornalis or whomever out there that follows our show that's always at our events. By the way, our event's going to be on the 28th of February. Yeah. Joe, I believe you have the official invite, right?
Yeah, I have the flyer. I got to upload it right now. Let me go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so we're going to have this party over at the Hard Rock Cafe on the 28th. We're going to say that it starts at 6 p.m., but it's going to run basically all night. I'll be getting there around 7.
Here we go.
A fantastic time over there. There's the 500th episode party hosted by Joe Garcia, Mike Jimenez, and we'll have several special guests out there. Lots of swag. More swag than we've ever had before. More giveaways than we've ever had before. We're going to be giving away some free drinks. Not all free drinks. It's not open bar. No one's getting married. Okay? Yeah. This isn't the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show where somebody's getting married and there's open bar. There's no open bar, but we'll buy a couple of drinks. We'll buy you a couple of drinks.
We're going to have some free drinks there for the peeps, man. It's not an open bar, but we're going to have free drinks. We've prepaid already for a number of drinks for everybody.
For a number of drinks, yes.
Yeah. So come out,
And thank you to our sponsors for chipping in.
Yeah, P.F. Chang's La Cantera.
P.F. Chang's La Cantera. We've had other companies that have come in and are adding to the mix there, but it's going to be a fun time out there. Come hang out with me, Joe. Chica will be out there. I know a lot of our Fernandez will be there as well.
Yeah.
So just come hang out. It's a good time. We'll talk sports. We'll just have a few drinks. And I'm kind of kidding about the enforcing of the dress code, Joe. Kind of. But, I mean, collared shirt, polo. Okay, you can have a sports logo on it. All right, if it's UTSA, if it's Spurs, Cowboys, Texans, Longhorns, I guess. But no flip-flops. How about that? Can we at least do a no flip-flop rule? No?
No, man. Let them wear whatever they want, dude. They want to go barefoot, just go.
Man, no, you gotta class up the place a little bit, Joe.
Got to give away these drink tickets, man. Got to give we've already prepaid for them, man. So like, come on
So
out,
Joe,
come on out.
Spurs are back in action tonight, taking on the LA Lakers. I was wondering what the spread was going to be, Joe, because I was thinking to myself, Spurs are on the road, Spurs are on in national TV. Not to say that they couldn't beat the Lakers on the road, but I was thinking to myself, it might be a long night, one of those nights where we're, biting our nails down the stretch. Then I saw the spread,
Here we
and I
go.
thought to myself, what the hell happened? Spurs tonight are favored by 8.5
Yeah.
on the road against a Lakers team that is 32-20. What happened? There's an injury report, Joe.
Well, what happened was
Game time decision, may not play. His name is Luka Doncic.
that's a big factor right there. He sits
That's a
down.
huge factor.
He sits out this game. I mean, who do you got? Old man LeBron?
Yeah.
I mean, you do have Austin Reeves has been going off as of late too. He's pretty damn good.
I'm not saying that they don't have any talent,
Yeah.
but Luka Doncic is, one of the top 5 players in the NBA. And if he's not there, just saying.
So what is the league doing right now? Or the NBA odd makers? What are they saying right now? They're guaranteeing victory?
They're
for the
basically
Spurs?
saying that they don't think that Luka's going to play. And this could be, I mean, is Luka really hurt, or is this a load management type of thing? Because we saw that with Oklahoma City the other day. Oklahoma City sat out SGA. They shut out Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams. Now, Williams and Holmgren have had some nagging injuries. I'm not saying that they're 100%. But the idea that they sat those 3 guys out and Hartenstein, who had come back from injury. So it would have been one thing if Hartenstein had missed like the 12th game in a row, but he had come back for a couple of games and then they sat him out again. So, Joe, what's going on with that investigation?
Well, they got some weird things going on with the league right now, because what they're doing is they're investigating Oklahoma City, right? Because they went ahead and they set out everybody. They set out everyone, starters, everybody. When the Spurs played OKC here, a couple days ago. So because of this investigation, they're saying that OKC sat out 10 players due to injury during their nationally televised game, dressing 8 players in the 116-108 loss to the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that what's happening right now is that the league is now starting to frown upon the load management. But specifically, I think what really bothers them is OKC sitting out this many players on a nationally televised game, because that hurts their ratings. And at the end of the day, if not enough people are watching, Mike, what does that do? Hurts the NBA's pocketbook.
Mm-hmm.
And basically the Silverman saying, "You're playing with my money. It's like playing with my emotions." He's doing a big worm on them, dude. He's like, no.
Well, and then there was a team, the Utah Jazz, the other day that had a 21-point lead going into the 4th quarter, and then they pulled all their starters the rest of the way so that they could lose the game and didn't bring the starters back in. No. They're going for the tank. Now, here's the thing, Joe. Here's the thing. We can't be hypocrites.
No.
We tanked for Wemby. We did that all the time that year. It's like, okay, well, let's put Sohan out there at point guard. Let's lose these games. Let's try to get the Wemby sweepstakes, right? So the idea that we're holier than thou should not exist, right? Because what did Pop do that one time? National televised game. I think that was an NBC game.
Yeah.
What did he do? Set Tim, Tony, and Manu.
He had him on the plane.
The rationale was old. And then they're caught eating at the airport.
The Chick-fil-A. Right? I remember that.
So
on the plane back to SA, they caught him at the Chick-fil-A.
So the Spurs fans can't sit here with the panties in a twist at all. Because if they're going to load manage Luka Doncic because they want him to rest going into the All-Star break weekend, because if he's going to All-Star weekend, he's not really resting, right? So they want to rest him now. Let them do that. Let them lay over and show their bellies, as Joe likes to say, and give us a win. Let them do that. And you know what?
The Jackals, you showed your belly quick.
SGA, Hartenstein, Williams, and all those guys missing that game against the Spurs, national TV. I know a lot of Spurs fans bought those tickets, right? Spurs fans, I told you this, Joe. I was in town. Those tickets were going for double, triple the price that they normally go for. Like even, I like staying down low. The normal seats I get are like $100, $110 when I buy them on SeatGeek.
No, sir, not on
They
that
were
game.
260, 270 for that game. If I
Yeah.
wanted to spend $125, I was going to be in the nosebleeds. And guess what? Everyone there was treated to a big pile of crap because Oklahoma City didn't play their players. But guess what? We cannot complain of that as Spurs fans because that's what we did to other teams back in the Tim, Tony, and Manu days when Pop revolutionized the league by instituting load management. Load management came from Pop. This
Yeah,
whole
that's
idea
pretty good.
that man, Jordan used to play 82 games and they used to do this and the other. Well, players have gotten soft. Well, guess what? It all started. It all started under Pop's watch, and other
Well,
teams took notice that the
what
regular
it is
season didn't
now,
matter.
what it is now, Mike, is that these teams know, like, if they're going to be vying for playoff spots, and they know more than likely they're going to wind up getting a spot in the playoffs, 1 through 8, whatever it might be, play in, what have you. They want to have their best players available for the postseason, and that I think is more important than the regular season. So they do the load management thing, and the NBA frowns upon it because, as you said, these ticket prices go up, depending on who's coming to town.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have your best players and everybody's expecting them to play, it's a disappointment. It's a blemish on the game because as a fan, you're going to want to see your best players go up against elite talent. And then when you're sitting these elite talent and they're there at the game, but they're in street clothes, you're not getting what you paid for. It leaves a sour taste in the fan's mouth. And not only that, if it's a nationally televised game, how many people are going to be watching this game? And then they
Right.
tune in and they're disappointed. And instantly the game's going to take a dive because now you're losing in the ratings battle. So it's affecting a lot of things.
And if Luka's really hurt, then I mean he has missed last 2 games.
Yeah.
So Luka had tweaked his hamstring, and he missed half the game against Philly. So it happened during that game, February 5th. He missed the game against Golden State, missed the game against Oklahoma City. If he misses tonight, that's 3 games in a row. Maybe he misses the All-Star game, Joe. So maybe, just maybe, the Lakers aren't faking it. That's not what I'm saying. But even if they are faking it, what I am saying is, who cares? Who cares? We've done the same. We've done the same.
Yeah, as long as the Spurs win, that's all that matters,
Got to rack up the W's, Joe. Doesn't matter how it happens. We saw that with New England, right? New
Yeah.
England made their way to the Super Bowl by racking up W's against teams that were hurt, had injured players.
Yeah.
They just racked up W's and W's, and guess what? They ultimately made their way to the top.
You can only play the team that's in front of you and only win against the people that are in front of you.
Yeah.
And speaking of a stat, Mike, the Toyota Corolla, we give them a lot of flack right here on the show.
Right.
Oh, Corolla needs to be traded in. Harrison Barnes, looking old. Looks like he's got bald tires, needs an oil change, needs a tune-up, needs something. But you know what? At the end of the day, the eye test doesn't tell us everything, Mike.
Yeah, so this is the best total plus minus in the clutch for the 2025-2026 regular season. So in the clutch, basically clutch time, last minute of the quarter, it's close game, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes in the lineup is a plus 72, which is over everybody in the NBA. SGA, the MVP, is number 2 at 65. VJ Edgecombe, the rookie, is also plus 65. Then you have other names in there, including Kelly Oubre, Duncan Robinson, Jake LaRavia, Jalen Duran, Kate Cunningham, Tobias Harris, Lou Dort, and look at Reed Shepard out there at number 10, second-year player for the Houston Rockets. I guess this is, numbers don't lie, right? So,
Yeah.
it's not like Harrison Barnes is coming down with the big shot to win the game. But he does certain things along the way. He gets the rebounds every once in a while. He gets the loose ball. He'll have a defensive stop. I'm not going to read too much in this, other than maybe he should be playing down the stretch because he levels out the team a little bit. He stretches the floor. But I don't think it's what he's doing. I think it's what he provides to the team to make that all possible.
Yeah, the things that go unnoticed, the
Right.
dirty work down low and, boxing out, getting rebounds. finding the open man, creating havoc. He does a lot of the little things that, like I said, go unnoticed, that don't show up on the stat sheet. And at the end of the day, I mean, the Corolla's out there helping the team get some victories, but offensively at times he looks like he's missing. He's not firing on all those four cylinders, Mike.
Oh man, earlier in the season he was on fire, man. He was having a
He
career
was.
best, and then father time, because it doesn't look like there's been any injuries. The guy's an Iron Man. He plays 82 games a year, basically year in and year out. But something's amiss. Something's wrong, Joe. But you know what he's not, Joe? He's not an enforcer, right? And everyone's saying that's what we need. We need to have an enforcer. Yesterday's game, what was it? The Charlotte Hornets at Detroit Pistons?
Oh, God, dude.
You had the Pistons.
The Motown Beatdown, part 2.
I mean, Malice at the Palace, all over again. You had Jalen Duren in the dust up. Jalen Duren, the All-Star for the first time All-Star for the Detroit Pistons, got hit, punch thrown at him. And my favorite part is Isaiah Stewart, who wasn't even in the game, comes running from the bench to take part. Let's take a look, courtesy of FanDuel.
In defensive efficiency, yet they lead the NBA in fouls per game. Clearly, fouling is not a problem for a good defensive team. And Duren.
Let's go. Let's go.
And Musa's upset. Musa's really upset. I have never seen Musa Diabate like this.
And then it keeps going.
My goodness, now Miles and Duren and Beef Stew. This is out of control. Oh, wow.
Beef Stew is on the bench.
Isaiah Stewart's out of the. He'll be suspended for a while. He was on the bench and he came out just to draw.
This whole thing went on for a whole minute, Mike, almost a whole minute.
Yeah, four players got ejected. 4 players ejected. Isaiah Stewart will be suspended. But you know what? It was the defense of high school referee here, right? I mean, I know I'm not an NBA official, but high school referee over here. The defensive player at the end of that play, the original foul, if you will, in the lane, was the person who started that. Why is he going off after the offensive player? Why is he going after him and basically headbutting him? That's the player who started it all. Jalen Duren, to me, is the victim in this. Because Duren didn't do anything to start it. He's getting hit. I mean, I know he was getting physical himself, but
a punch thrown at him, man. Come on.
But he had a punch thrown at him. All he did was he did a legit basketball move, got fouled, and then a guy comes up to him and headbutts him. What is he supposed to do?
This is what made this funny, though, right? You had the first version, right? This is the second version with the Stone Cold music added to it.
Go full stream. Go full screen.
I'll try, dude. I'll see if it lets me. All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah! It's Austin! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! For God's sakes! Stone Cold is back! It's going to be a deal! The bill is wrong! I don't think
Man,
by God, I can hear JR saying that.
Isaiah Stewart is that guy that in your friend group who's looking for a fight.
Yeah.
We all have that one guy in our friend group who's always like, they call him 211, right? He's 1 degree from boiling. He's always somewhat pissed off. It's just like, what level of pissed off is he? And he's just looking for an excuse to take a swing at somebody. That's Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart wasn't even in the game. But he saw one of his teammates, one who's an all-star, by the way, get punched at, and he lost his mind and chased after the guy. And it's Bridges who was also accused of beating his girl.
Look who else got into it, man. The head coach.
I mean, this 11-point game, just under 6 to go. You're going to call that. And it had nothing.
You know what his name was? Gone. He got ejected, dude.
That was you and your mama type of thing, Joe.
And look at what we were talking about, right? Isaiah Stewart and whatnot. He is dumb, dude. Like, you're gonna get suspended for a while, and then he comes out and says something stupid like this. You know,
Okay,
I'll see if I don't know if it'll let me, but
he says, "You're not
let's
expecting
see.
me to stay on the bench."
The F I was drafted for. Detroit for. Famous last words, dude. How much you think he's getting fined for this, and how many days he's gonna miss?
10 games, 250,000.
That's a lot of scratch, dude.
Yeah, because Isaiah Stewart has been, if I'm not mistaken, he's been suspended before.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at his background.
He just looking to fight. Look at him, Mike. He ready to go, dude. he don't even care. Just look at him wrong. He just wants to fight you, man.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He's been in dust ups before, so it's not like he's like, some choir boy out there who's never in trouble or anything like that.
What do you think his record is over there at Fiesta Fights, Mike? Oh my God. He'd be down to go to Fiesta with you out there to Oyster Bake.
Oh, hold my beer moments.
And let's listen to what the Pistons head coach had to say too after the dust up, because he was talking with the media, and his response was kind of interesting. Because you'll have some head coaches that'll go to the media. Oh, I don't condone that type of behavior. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. This one said no, sir. Bickerstaff's like no.
Again, our guys deal with a lot, right? But they're not the ones that initiated. They're not the ones that crossed the line tonight. It was clear, through frustration because of what JD was doing, that they crossed the line. And I hate that it got as ugly as it got. That's not something that you ever want to see. But if a guy throws a punch at you, you have a responsibility to protect yourself. And that's what happened tonight. You go back and watch the film. They're the ones that initiated crossing the line. And our guy had to defend himself.
Our guy had to defend himself. I mean, that's ballsy to say, man, because that flies in the face of what the NBA likes to say and likes to present itself for.
Yeah.
I'm reading right now an article in the Detroit Free Press that they're expecting a big suspension for Isaiah Stewart because he has, quote unquote, a history of fights and suspensions from what, Joe? From fighting.
From fighting. He wants that smoke. He's their Jeremy Sohan. He's their enforcer.
All right, so here's the history of him. First suspension was in 2021. By the way, I liked Isaiah Stewart. I wanted him as a Spur back in the day. I thought the Spurs could get him late. 2-game suspension for a dust-up with LeBron James in 2021. 2024, 3-game suspension for fighting Drew Eubanks. Former Spur Drew Eubanks. They were arguing chest to chest before Stewart delivered a punch. Stewart was arrested, cited, and released. The NBA fined him for 3 games. 2025, suspended for 1 game for a flagrant 2 foul. So basically for a vicious foul. 2025 in March, 2-game suspension for getting into a fight with Ron Holland and Marcus Sasser. Sasser and Holland both got a 1-game suspension. Stewart got 2-game suspension. And then you have this dust up where 4 players were ejected: Stewart, Duran, Bridges, and Diabate. 5 games. I'm going to say 5 games minimum, Joe. 5 games minimum, but they may have to slap the 10.
Who's good? Do you know some of his teammates are going to help pick up the slack for him, give him some cash or something, for sticking up for them? Come on, man. Help the brother out.
Who in the Spurs do you want as being the enforcer? Current lineup right now.
Oh, they're nothing but softies out there, bro.
But I mean, do you need the enforcer? Do you need an enforcer, Joe?
Why would he here anymore, Mike? They don't even want him there no more. He's on the bench. If they get in a fight, if I was Sohan, I'd be like, and I don't want me here anyway,
Sam Salinas says, no, Mike. We don't say former Spurs. We say once a Spur, always a Spur.
Oh, no, mames. That's the Spurs simp mantra, bro. Spurs simps out there all over the freaking, internet out there on social media. Once a Spur, always a Spur. Look at him doing so well on that team. Who cares, man? He's gone.
We have
He's
a $2.
gone.
We have a $2 super chat. I love the voice, Joe. We have a $2 super chat coming in from Mario Cavazos. He's asking for the Sitco man, saying that this is the guy fighting them all, Joe. That Isaiah
That's
Stewart has no chance against the Sitco guy.
He doesn't, dude. They need the Sitco guy on the bench, dude. Go get him. He's probably over here at the Marbach Sitco, right around the corner from where I live. He's probably still there right now. He's probably cracking up a tall boy.
Where gas is suspiciously $1.79.
No, bro.
Some of it's gas. Some of the gas is water in it.
This gas station has everything but gas, bro. It's a hood gas station, man. They don't sell no gas there. They got brass knuckles. They got throwing stars. They got knives, rolling papers, bombs.
Boner pills in the front.
Boner pills. They got the nudie magazines, the hood rat snacks, everything but gas, bro.
Sour powers. These sour powers. Remember those red little sour powers? Those that's my favorite hood snack. Oh, we gotta find out everyone else's favorite hood snack on the stream, Joe. But let's show them the Sitco guy.
Ponme penas toda la pura verga, que sepan a la verga. Mira.
Isaiah Stewart has no chance against the guy. No chance.
He's powered by a tall boy, bro. It has to be a Bush beer, something like that, man. Or what do they call that other one? What's that other ugly beer? Bud Ice. Oh man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe. I liked Bud Ice.
Oh, bro, that's Po people beer right there, Mike.
Well,
no.
I mean, of course, like Keystone, and so is Schlitz. But Bud Ice, man. I mean, I wouldn't go seek it, but low key back in the day, Joe. You know, when I was like, "Oh, we're having this," oh, we just have Bud Ice. I used to be like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." They'd be all excited because Bud Ice was fine, dude. It was fine.
Bud Ice, bro.
This gnat or something in front of me. It's pissing me off.
You're gonna drink a Bud Ice. You're gonna be drinking that over at the Squeeze In, dude. If you know, you know, bro.
The Squeeze In,
bro. They were talking. There was a comedian that was talking about that. I think it was on Insta. He goes, some of the 5 top spots that you can get shot at over here in when you're hanging out in San Antonio. Squeeze In was one of them. The other gym that's around the corner from me, the Speedway bar, that's just around the corner right here off of Marbach. I'm like, oh God, all the spots he was naming are the ones that are around the area. know, I'm like, no, we bulletproof now, though, because we've already hung out at all these places.
It's so funny, Joe, that whenever we go drinking all over town, and I've gone to the divest of divest bars, the diviest of dive bars. The places where I feel most comfortable and most uncomfortable, like if I go to a Southside bar, I'm not uncomfortable. If I go to a Westside bar, not uncomfortable. The Edison area, not uncomfortable. I
really, you're not comfortable on the South Side. Let me take you to the 210 Cantina, and you tell me if you're uncomfortable.
I think I've been there.
I don't know that's your crew, Mike. I don't know if you can. It's too.
I'm not saying that it's my crew, but I'm saying is I don't feel uncomfortable there. I have a good time drinking, right?
I'll take you to the Grasshopper Club. Let's see if you feel uncomfortable.
No, not familiar with that one. Not familiar with that one. But
it used to be next to the Ponchos.
I remember Rob Thompson and I went to one bar on the South Side for a station event. Right, it was a sports bar that they sponsored a cowboy watch party or whatever. Dude. And I remember Rob was looking around looking around, not saying anything because he's pretty brutal, man. He's from he went to what's it called, South San High School back in the day. I think it was South San or West Campus, one of the two. And he was like, man, he goes, this place is pretty cool, but you gotta put your head on a swivel, right? You have to just in case something breaks out. He wasn't uncomfortable, but he was on guard, right? I've only been on guard, Joe, in San Antonio at the bars along Lackland.
Oh God, those are hole in the walls bad,
dude. Those bars right there, the Rainbow Room or whatever that one called. You walk in already in a fighting stance, right?
Yeah.
Rainbow Lounge or whatever that's called. That's an old school. That's been around for 80 years, man.
Man, it was already there. I don't know how long before I was even in high school, dude. That place had been a staple in that area for years, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's still standing, dude. It needs to be condemned.
Tony Nels reached out with a diss saying, "I feel comfortable at the Blue Oyster Bar." Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum.
You know where you've probably gone before?
Where's that?
The Clown Alley. Remember Clown Alley? That was right there, a little bit up the ways from the Rainbow Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an old bar. It used to be there by the Valero and all that. Right as you're turning into coming down. I think it's Five Palms Drive. And it's right there, right off of Military and Five Palms. It's a Clown Alley, dude. And it has a picture of a clown on it.
Nice.
If you're in that
that
area,
freaked me
you've
out.
gone there, dude.
No, I'm done. I'm gone. I will.
Afterburner, bro.
I'll keep
That's not
driving
even
through.
there.
Bob, we were talking about Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones and
Yeah.
the possible censure that she has because she allegedly cussed out.
Because of
member-
pendejadas. That's all it is. It's pendejadas, dude.
Do you think she could throw down? Do you think she could fight?
No, not a chance, dude. Not a chance. 4'11". She's maybe 4'12" in heels, 5 foot.
4'12".
I don't know if that Burlington, what do you call it? The Burlington clearance is gonna hold up, bro.
Okay, but
one punch and that stuff's tearing off, man.
You know, the argument was about a bar in San Antonio, about a nightclub in San Antonio that they were fighting about, which was the Bonham Exchange.
God.
So the Bonham Exchange apparently is in jeopardy because it needs to install
sprinkler
systems, right, to keep it up.
It already has one, but I don't think it's up to code now because it's quite old, you know?
And the city, if I'm not mistaken, is saying, hey, if you're not going to bring it up to code, you have to reduce the number of people allowed at any given time, right? So you can't be full to capacity. But it's interesting because the Bonham Exchange is an iconic place in San Antonio. That place has been around forever.
I've been there once or twice.
We talk about Joe's Volcano always being around. I know it's not called Joe's Volcano around, but if a nuclear bomb ever detonated in San Antonio,
yeah,
the two structures that would remain standing would be what used to be the Joe's Volcano,
yeah,
and the Bonham Exchange. It's weird. I went to the Bonham Exchange. Probably the last time I went to the Bonham Exchange was there was a party. There was a birthday party I went to there maybe 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. But back in the day, it was like Wednesday night, Saturday night was the quote unquote straight night over there. Go hang out over there, have good. It was the place to go to if you wanted to hear techno music, right? If you wanted to hear.
You want to know? I got
wave.
a story for you. I got a story for you from the bottom. The last time I was there was some type of Christmas party or something. One of our friends was a real estate agent. They had rented one of the rooms upstairs, right? Big room there to have a party at.
Yeah.
And they had it all catered and everything, free drinks and all that stuff. So we're there having a good time walking around and whatnot. And then me and the wife, and then we had a whole bunch of our friends with us. We're going to go to the bottom level where they have the pool tables and all that. And we're walking down the hallway. And these two gay guys get into it, man. And the funny thing is they're kind of muscular dudes, right? And they were fighting at the pool table. And they're both holding on to purses, bro. Right? They're both wearing purses. And the one guy just looks at the other guy and goes, "No, bitch," and slaps him straight in the face. And they just grab onto each other and they just throw each other on top of the pool table and they're going at it. And everybody's just like, "Oh, yeah, just like in school, fight, fight, fight." And then they have to have the security come over and then they spray them both with pepper spray, dude. And they're like, "Ah." It was quite a scene, dude. It was comical.
That is crazy. That's crazy. The main dance floor at the bottom, downstairs. So when you walk into the bottom, it's downstairs to the left. To the right is all the pool tables, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the upstairs dance, which is basically would play like rock music for the most part.
Yeah.
But you go down to the left, and it's that. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's kind of like there's you have to step downward into it, and then they have the catwalk on the top around like a balcony.
Yep.
That is the most epic layout ever for a nightclub. I know that the atrium was fun with the Egyptian room and all that stuff, but you had the staircase, you had the balcony, you had the DJ setup, you had the cages and all that stuff. I haven't been to that room in 25, 30 years, man. Probably since I was my early 20s. The last time I went to the bottom was for a birthday party, and I was in the pool hall area. But if it's still the same way, God, that was epic, Joe. That was an epic just place. And the music, you couldn't go get that music anywhere else. I mean, it was they weren't playing, that kind of techno, that kind of new wave, that kind
It
of
kind of
stuff
had
like
its
that.
own vibe, you know.
It did. It did. I didn't mind it, dude. And I didn't mind that there was a large gay presence there. I mean, it was a gay
No,
club that had a straight night, you know. It is what it is. I
yeah,
mean, I don't mind. I think it's fun just to hang out with people, man. Uh Chica and I went to this one karaoke night in Dallas that we didn't realize was a gay bar, and we just had a fun time over there because we just wanted to go to the bar next to the hotel that we were at,
yeah.
and we had a great time. They had karaoke night, and it was called Sharioke because the person emceeing was dressed in drag as Cher, and Chica and I
Oh
just laughed
God.
our ass off. We had a blast. We had a blast just talking to people. But
You know what we need to do, Mike? Because I told Chica this a while back, and she was down for it, and you were too. That one bingo night that they have here in town, where they just have like a rave. It's almost like a rave. It's nothing but music that they're playing, and they're doing it, having like bingo at the same time.
yeah.
You know, that looks like a lot of fun, dude. Yeah, we need to check that out.
Why is Mario bringing up Randy's Ballroom, dude? Randy's Ballroom is iconic in San Antonio also because off of Bandera Road going out towards
Yeah.
Culebra. Well, actually going out towards Woodlawn, I guess you could say. Um, the events that it's hosted over the years has been like all over the place from weddings to quinceañeras to birthday parties to concerts. Randy's Ballroom in San Antonio has probably hosted some of the biggest names in music history, and we don't even
Yeah.
realize it.
No, it was iconic, man. Look at look at this comment, Mike.
What's that?
Mike thought, wow, everyone's so nice to me. Brought me drinks all night. Oh, Miguelito.
I'm gonna look up Randy's Ballroom history. Let's play one of our commercials. Who are we giving love to first, Joe?
Oh, let's give some love to PF Chang's, man.
All right.
PF Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of PF Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. PF Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast.
PF Chang's is sponsoring PF Chang's San Antonio La Cantera is sponsoring our big party on the 28th as we celebrate our 500th episode. Come party with us. Again, that's going to be the 28th at the Hard Rock Cafe downtown. Again, if you go to PF Chang's, they have a cocktail collection right now for $8.99, open to close. Various types of martinis. You can have a Long Island iced tea, the mule. There's a margarita involved as well. Go give them a call, man. Go check them out. $8.99. Great date night, and as Joe likes to say, those lettuce wraps are delicious. By the way,
They are.
Joe, I'm
You
looking
know-
at the history of Randy's Ballroom.
Yeah.
Musicians who have played at Randy's Ballroom, which by the way now hosts bingo and quinceañeras.
Yeah.
The Sex Pistols in the 70s played there.
Yeah.
U2, Bono played Randy's Ballroom. Rush in the 70s played Randy's Ballroom. In the 90s, Selena Quintanilla performed at Randy's Ballroom. That is crazy. That is crazy.
They had a lot of other acts come through Randy's Ballroom back
Dude,
in the day.
U2 played in 1918. The Beastie Boys played there in the 80s.
That was a place to be, man, back in the day.
Wow, man. Josh Avalar says Randy's Ballroom would have DJ Laws on Thursday and a boxing match on Friday and a wedding on Saturday.
That's puro, dude. That was puro.
Tony say no way you two played at Randy's Ballroom 1982.
Yeah, they did.
1982. It's kind of like when we looked up who played the Freeman Coliseum. Elvis, James Brown.
I wonder if they could get over the smell, because I mean that place smells like crap,
Yeah.
Oh, it used to, but they've kind of cleaned it up a little bit. But back in the day, they had even the trough. Remember when you go to the bathrooms, they had the old school trough. I'm like, what is this? Now that's an awkward moment, Mike. The trough.
Oh
You,
well, I
you
told
go,
you what happened. What happened at the trough at the Alamo Dome that one time.
hey
Went
man,
to, went to a UTSA football game. I'm in midstream. This guy is in midstream himself. He looks over at me. He goes, "Hey man, I like your radio show." I'm like, "Thanks." As I'm not trying to cross streams with this dude as he's pissing.
oh, that's gross, Mike. God, yeah, man, the good old Freeman Coliseum, dude, from back in the day. And I know everybody in here remembers that, dude. That place was horrible. But it's not even a good venue anymore. Like, even watch concerts now. You go there, and what they do is, like, especially in the summertime, they turn off the AC until the act starts. So you're in there, dude, and you're just sweating, man.
Mhm.
And then finally, when the music act starts, then they turn on the AC. But man, in that bowl, it's just like that heat just stays there. And you're just sweating, dude. You have to go to like the concourse to walk around to get some AC, get some cool air on you. It's not a good venue for a concert.
That's yeah. It's been a while, dude. Freeman Coliseum. I saw STP there and Local H play there.
Yeah.
It was a decent enough show. I mean, you're basically in a barn watching a show. Is basically it. Chica just texted me right now that she got me my birthday present.
Oh, yeah.
She's already telling me what it is. My birthday's not till March 13th. But do you want to know what she got me, Joe?
You're gonna go on a trip.
No, we just do that anyway. She bought me tickets to go see Bill Burr, the comedian.
Oh, okay. I remember him. He actually came out in The Mandalorian. Played a character there.
Really?
Yeah.
He's actually a pretty good actor. Have you seen the
he is.
movie on Netflix? It's a Netflix original called Old Dads. If none of you have seen that Old Dads on Netflix, movie came out about a year ago. It's Bobby Carnival, I think is his name, and it's Bill Burr. Bill Burr wrote the movie. One of my favorite movies of the past year. It's so funny, dude, because it's basically about becoming an old dad, and just how your mentality changes and stuff like that. It's a great show, dude. Great movie. Good.
You know what? I was gonna show the chat. I thought this was a funny moment from before the scuffle got kicked off there between the Pistons and the Hornets. You have these announcers, right? They're kind of talking about the game before it starts.
Yeah.
Kind of much like, Jacob what's his name? Jacob Toby and Sean Elliott. So look at this, dude. This is oh man.
That's
you know
funny.
that Hornets mascot is Hood, dude, doing the twerk behind him.
Dude,
He's
I
brutal.
saw this thing the other day. It was yesterday, talking about it was a TikTok making fun of the controversy involving the Bad Bunny Super Bowl show
Yeah.
and Turning Point USA. And it's this one guy going, "Can you imagine watching the Super Bowl? Bad Bunny comes on, and somebody getting mad and turning the channel just as the Latinas show up." This guy was like, "There's like Kid Rock and Turning Point USA was missing one vital ingredient. They didn't have any Latinas on stage."
Jeez, bro.
Chica and I were laughing about that yesterday because the whole Bad Bunny thing has taken on a life of its own.
Yeah.
The Easter eggs involved in that show about, do you know what the meaning, the symbolism behind all of this? Up until Lady Gaga's dress was the color that blue was the shade of blue in the original Puerto Rican flag. But when the U.S. made it a territory, they forced Puerto Rico to change their colors to match the blue from the American flag.
Yeah.
So that is the Puerto Rican blue there. The bodega being owned by a woman who refuses to sell her business in Brooklyn, it refuses to have it gentrified.
Yeah.
You have the wedding that actually really was a real wedding. It's kind of interesting when it all comes down to it all. But I saw an interview with the guy that did the pastor who did the officiated the wedding, was saying that he had no idea that he had no idea that this was going on, that they gave him an NDA, and his wife read the NDA and started freaking out, but they just told him with like 2 weeks head notice of it all. But it's good, man. It's good. I enjoy the performance. I've seen it 3 times now. I
Yeah.
enjoy it more and more every time I see it.
You know, the one thing too that we're talking about, they paid the people that were portraying the trees,
Yeah,
paid them like 18.50 or something like that an hour, and they had like 70 hours that they were owed. They made a little over $1,300
that's
each
not bad.
because
Yeah,
they had a total work hours was 70 because of rehearsal, right? And then the actual event. So not
yeah,
bad for being a tree.
yeah. Apparently, one of the tree people was not doing what they were supposed to be doing. I don't know if you saw one of the trees was actually dancing, and they're like, "No, you're supposed to stand still." But when the music started, couldn't help it. It started dancing.
They're all boom, boom, boom.
They docked their pay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They still got paid. But I mean, that's what your work. You have to be quiet. You can't say anything. And she's like,
Right.
"Yeah, I'm tree number 52." You know?
So Rock Nation's the one that does the Super Bowl halftime show, right? They've been doing it for the last 6 years. The first one that they did was the Shakira one. So they're the ones who brought up the Shakira and J Lo and Kendrick Lamar and all that stuff. I was asking Chica last night. We were talking about the Super Bowl halftime show, and I said, "Who's going to be the next one?" Because she overheard our conversation from yesterday's show.
Yeah.
We were saying maybe it's Sabrina Carpenter or Olivia Rodrigo or somebody like that, Taylor Swift or whatever. And she goes, "No, Michael." She says, "I already know what it's going to be. The script is already out. It's going to be a K-pop band,
Maybe.
a BTS, Stray Kids, one of those types of bands." And I looked at her. I was like, "Oh my god, that would be genius if it happened." I
I
don't,
don't
I
know.
don't, I don't doubt it, Joe.
Or they even have that K-pop band that's hit really not they're not K-pop. They're not a K-pop band per se, but they're really well known. The voices of the people who portrayed the characters in the K-pop Demon Hunters,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they've been getting a lot of run lately because, of course, the popularity of the actual uh, animated film itself. So
Right. Yeah.
it's
I
kind of
mean,
taken on a lot. It's kind of taken on a life of its own now. So now they're kind of celebrities. These are the voices of said characters.
well, it's interesting because again, it's going towards a younger audience. If you look at my
Yeah.
my daughter and her friends are all into K-pop, are all
Yeah.
into it. And it all
Some of my
started. It,
nieces.
it all it all started with like what I mean, Gangnam Style. What was 15 years ago or
Psy
so?
from back in the day.
Psy, which is
Yeah.
well, excellent performer. Even to this day, is an excellent performer. But then you saw BTS become a big deal, and it's interesting, man. BTS is coming back because the members are coming back. The members are forced to be in the military because over there in South Korea, you have to have a military commitment for 2 years, and the band had to basically disband itself for a while because they were all doing their commitments to the military. I find
Yeah.
that to be funny. It's like they wouldn't even give them a pass. They're like, no, you go serve in the army for a little while. You go serve in the Navy. But I wouldn't doubt that that's the next logical thing for them to do because it's going global. Cowboys are going to be playing a game in
Yeah.
Brazil this year.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I mean, it's either that or the big allure too is, I mean, country is a thing too. People are listening to a lot of country as of late. So maybe it could be a country band. Like I said, I mean, Chris Stapleton would be a good act to have up there. Guy has a great voice, man, and a big following. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people would be down to listen to him.
Tony and I'll say Morgan Wallen if he has another hit before next year's Super Bowl. I like Chris Stapleton a lot, by the way.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: Rock Nation is the one who puts this together. It's Rock Nation. Rock Nation is Jay-Z's group.
Yeah.
So I don't see Jay-Z working with a Morgan Wallen or a Chris Stapleton to make that happen. He's not going to bring out George Strait. It's a younger crowd type of thing. And I know Morgan Wallen has a lot of younger fans as well. But where's the next one going to be? Oh, by the way, Joe, did you realize that the next Super Bowl is going to be on Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
How
I
many
saw that.
breakups are going to happen because of that, Joe? Valentine's Day. I told that to Francesca last night. I was like, do you realize it's going to be on Valentine's Day? And she goes,
You don't want to go to no Super Bowl. She not gonna watch no Super Bowl, Mike. She wants a trip somewhere.
she said, I'll let you watch the game if we're at a resort someplace.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna be in Barbados or what's that other
That's
place?
exactly what she said. She said Barbados.
What's that
Chica's
other
been all
place y'all went to, Mike?
Chica's been all over the world, man. She has traveled all over the place. But when we went to Barbados, she goes, That is the prettiest place, the nicest place she's ever been to in her entire life. She
You
had
went,
never felt more safe.
yeah.
Because you go to Jamaica. Jamaica's fun, you jump the waterfalls and all that stuff. But it's a sketch place. Dominican Republic, sketch place.
You went there. That's what I was gonna say. You went to the Dominican Republic. You went to Barbados, Jamaica. What was the other place that you went to over in was
Cancun.
it Mexico or South America somewhere?
Went to Cancun.
No, with the other place where you were classified as plus size.
Oh, that was Barbados.
Was that Barbados? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody in Barbados is super skinny, man. I've lost some weight since then, man. I'm making my way down, man.
What did we learn from this fiasco, Mike? Don't forget your chones next time, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
We got some.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got your size in the back. XXXL. Like, damn.
So
Oh,
Mexican Junior
man.
says, let you. They're jokes. They're jokes, Mexican Junior.
Mike likes to travel, dude. He jokes, but he likes to travel with Chica. He's the one that usually wants to instigate the trip, and she's just in it for fun, because she likes to travel too. She
Well,
likes to go on adventures with you.
One of the things that I'm looking at doing, Joe, is I have a lot of miles on my Southwest Airlines card.
Yeah.
And on that Southwest Airlines card, I have enough for 2 round trip tickets to anywhere in the U.S. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting some tickets and not telling Chica where we're going. Just say, hey, we're going to go on a trip for 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah.
Just grab your bag. It's our day off. Let's just get out the door and just have her suitcase ready.
I have an idea for you for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You get a map, right, of the state, the whole United States, right?
Mm-hmm.
You give her a dart, and she just throws it at the map, and wherever it lands, that's where you're going.
Interesting. I can take this. I got this offer in the mail on Credit Karma this morning.
Oh God, the American Express. Hey, I've been wanting to get one too because they have great deals when it comes to what do you call those little places over in the airport? The cafes and all that. They have the private cafes for American Express card holders. I'm like, dude, I need to get in on that.
It says I have a 90% chance of being approved for this card at this credit limit. What do you think the credit limit is, Joe?
Oh, 50 G's. I can't see you're okay. That's a lot, dude. Nah, man. I don't need a credit card that much.
107. Who has a $117,000 credit line?
Just do that. Just go on what? You're gonna buy a little house?
Yeah, I mean, I have
home.
I have a credit card in my wallet right now that has a credit limit of 56,000, but I owe like 300 on it.
Yeah.
Shocking Dennis is Mike flexing. What? I got that 820 credit score, baby.
Mike and Chica going to Queens, New York.
Love Queens, New York, man. Dude, I love Queens, man. I there's something about the vibe of Queens with all the different ethnicities that are there. There's no such thing as being a stranger necessarily because it's just a different vibe. I mean, I'm not saying that I want to go to every part of the town, but I'm saying just like San Antonio or Austin or Houston, you want to stay in certain areas, right? But the vibe is great in Queens, Joe.
Yeah. I was like, I can't.
Welcome to the show.
I can't even imagine you going to hanging out in Queens. But we do have a picture that one of our listeners sent us in via the media share. And look at what it says. Area 210 bar on the Riverwalk. And mira, he's gonna show up. They should show up just like that, dude.
Chocolates y todo, man. Look at that, bro.
The torn jean shorts. Yeah, bro. That's the look, man. Go just like that.
Man.
Go just like that.
San Antonio look.
You know what? when they dress like that, Mike, we're gonna have their intro song. It's gonna be that one that girl sings, San Antonio.
Is where we roll. Where we roll. Yeah. Let's give some love to Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio, who's going to be hosting our event along with P.F. Chang's La Cantera. Again, our event's the 28th of February. They're in the Riverwalk at the Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio.
Let's give them some love. The Hard Rock Cafe, San Antonio is Riverwalk dining at its best. With great scenic views along with its amazing collection of rock memorabilia, there is something for everyone. Enjoy happy hour weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with $8 and $10 appetizers, $5 domestic drafts, and $6 craft import drafts at the bar only. Try some of the Hard Rock Cafe's legendary steak burgers, or my personal favorite, such as the grilled salmon or baby back ribs. Make sure to visit the third level and enjoy the DJ as you take in the city skyline. The Hard Rock Cafe is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. That's right. One take, baby. We did that
That's
in
right,
one
baby.
take.
That's right. On our chat, powered by PFX La Cantera, Hard Rock Cafe again is our sponsor for the event, but so is Sean Quintero from PFX La Cantera. Says he wants to go to Queens to watch Sexual Chocolate perform. Sexual Chocolate! Sexual Chocolate! They play so beautifully, don't they? I'm going to watch that movie today. Hakeem is from Queens, New York. Dude, Queens is fun. Dude, New York is fun in general, man. I love going to New York. I don't care if it's Manhattan. I've never been to Staten Island, and I might have to go to Staten Island in the next couple of months, Joe, for work.
Yeah.
I've been to Queens. I've been to Brooklyn. I've been to Harlem. So I've Manhattan, obviously. So I've been to all those. I haven't been to Staten Island though, but I might have to because there's a work event that I'm trying to take part in over there. Very nice, Joe.
Oh, look at Weiss. I'm still here. Number 10 says, great show. Just started watching. We had a lot of new listeners today. So, just wanted to say thank you and welcome to everybody who is just tuning in and listening to the show. We appreciate you.
We do appreciate you, man. More than 500 episodes in. It's been a blast, Joe. It really has been a blast. It's been a blur, because it's kind of part of our lives a little bit, Joe, us doing the show. And we have the same 300, 400, 500, 600 listeners every day. And that's pretty cool, man. It's a cool community.
Yeah.
We appreciate you all. If you want to take part in our community walk run, by the way, we have a new challenge called Burn Your Panza Off Part 2. The Burn Your Panza Off Challenge Part 2. All you got to do is join the Map My Walk app. We started this yesterday. It's going to go all the way to March 31st. Well, again, we have prizes. We owe Alex Noriega, by the way, his gift card. And I think we should get something also for our Alfonso, who finished second place. But right now, it's funny. I started this challenge yesterday, and 4 people jumped on the challenge, including Chica.
That's great.
So we have Alex Noriega in the lead right now with 3 miles done. Francesca with 2.8. I've done 2.7. And Alonso yesterday did 1.1 mile on the app. Again, It's called the Burn the Panza Off Challenge.
La pancita. Hey, speaking of burning pancita, did you show Chica your stickers?
I did.
What did she say?
She was like, no, not Edgar Mike.
Edgar Mike. That's what the group wanted, dude. The community wants these, dude. So we made them. She liked the sayings. Good. Make more money. I'm sneaky athletic. I'm going to send some to you so you can put them on your fridge.
Which is funny because I went to Francesca's dental practice earlier today.
Yeah.
And they were showing us videos of her skiing. She had never skied before in her entire life. And we see video of her just whizzing by, right? And then they're like, wait a minute, she was an athlete growing up, right? I was like, yeah, she played college softball. And so it's kind of funny because sneaky athletic is Chica.
Sneaky athletic.
She is, man. It's funny because I she'll ski with no problem. She ice skates with no problem. She can crank a softball over the fence.
Yeah.
She's sneaky athletic, dude. You wouldn't see it.
That's pretty cool, dude. And she's probably more athletic than you, Mike.
We went for a walk yesterday, Joe. I mean, we did a walk. It's what she wants to, like when she jumps off the cliffs, and when we go to Jamaica, and she's jumping off cliffs and things like that. That's when she shows her athleticism.
It'd be fun. We should do it for charity. Have you and Chica race, do like a 50-yard dash or something. Let's see who's faster.
Yeah. I'll win that one.
Oh, Mike, I don't know, man.
Joe,
I don't know.
So the Express News right now, mysa.com is reporting that the Alamo draft houses have been purchased in San Antonio. There are
Really?
4 that are going to be closing down, but they got purchased, Joe. Guess what they're going to be turned into?
Flicks Brew
Flicks.
House.
Flicks.
Yes. That's a good thing, man.
Good thing for San Antonio, man. So that means the location by what used to be Central Park Mall, Park North, the Quarry, the one on 35, the
Yeah.
one wasn't there one? Oh no, that one got bought out by Santikos, the one by West Lakes, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah. The
this
one
is
by
amazing, dude.
it's now the Santikos West Lakes Theater. The only ones that remained were the one that was in Stone Oak and the one that was in the Park North location, you
Yeah,
know? Those were the only 2 left in town. But hey, now that they're getting brought out by Flix, I think that's a good thing because Flix, it's nice, dude.
they know what they're doing, Joe.
It's
The
nice, man.
food is good at Flicks. The beer is good. Because I enjoyed because growing up, Joe, what are we were Santikos and Cinemark people, right? Because
Yeah,
Santikos ran Cinemark for the dollar movies. Santikos ran basically everything else. Then like Alamo Drafthouse comes in
yeah,
and it brought a different aspect to it all. It's like, hey, you can actually drink at the movies. You can go have food at the movies.
yeah.
And they did it in a very, how would you describe it in a way? It wasn't done nice. It was just like, hey, just be happy that we offer it.
Exactly, like, one of the places that did that first when they started renovating theaters was the one that was used to be Century South, right? And they converted it into the Mayan, right, on the south side of town. And they started offering food there, right? Like concessions. It's something more than just, your regular candies, pickles, hot dogs,
Right.
soda, that kind of stuff. They had like wings, hot wings, or they had like chicken strips and pizza and stuff like that, but it was very a la carte, right? You just go up there and you just open the little door and you pull the
Oh
food
yeah.
out. You know what I mean? And then you started having stuff like the Alamo Draft House, which kind of changed things a little bit here for San Antonio because then you were able to go and sit down and it was like a new experience. Like, what? The food comes to me? Like if you were going out to eat somewhere for dinner, right? And that was a cool experience because you didn't have to wait in line. You could go and sit down and you could watch the stuff that they had on the screen that was kind of like in lieu or like in line with what was coming out. Like if it was a sci-fi flick, they would put these little sci-fi promos on or whatever, little snippets. And it was cool, the whole experience. And then you have the Alamo Draft House now, right? Still the same kind of thing. You sit down, they bring you the menu and all that. But then they come back every now and then to check on you. Would you like a refill or whatever you're doing good? But Flicks, you went into Flicks and it was cleaner. It was wide open. The screen looked better. Mira la screen, and then the recliners are real nice, like black leather or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the button now that you can push. And if you want a nice drink, you want a nice pour, I mean, you can get that there. They have a distillery, where they make their own beer and stuff. I mean, it's a different experience, Mike. It's so much better than Alamo Draft House, you know?
Yeah, I used to make the joke that it's like Walmart to Target,
Yeah.
but Target's kind of gotten sketchy in recent years.
Sketch.
It's not what it used to be. Target used to
Oh,
be nice,
man.
but it's not. So I'll say it's the difference between Sam's and Costco. It's they're
Bro.
similar, but one's cleaner than the other.
No, man. I went to Costco this weekend, right? This past weekend to get the stuff for the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah,
Big old
yeah, yeah.
cookie tray, 2 trays of wings. I brought 2 big old things of chips and queso, right? The
Yeah.
Tostitos brand and the Kirkland's Best humongous bag of tortilla chips to take, right? Case of beer, the whole thing, right? Took a whole bunch of stuff over there. But I got to tell you, man, when you compare Costco with Sam's, I have a better experience at Sam's. Costco, man, everybody's just packed in there like rats, dude.
But
And
it's clean. Is what I'm
it's
saying.
not, Mike. It's not. It's
Okay,
just so many people there.
we're the difference though is as people are bringing up on our chat powered by PF Chang's La Cantera is the fact that the standards that Flix has is different than Alamo Drafthouse. If they're just simply going to slap a Flix logo on there, then it's not going to work because what made Alamo Drafthouse go down
Yeah.
was the fact that they got cheap.
Yeah, they did. It was dirty.
It was dirty. The customers, the people that were working there were not high quality. the cleanliness was bad, the seats were bad, the food was bad, and it all went downhill. And people
Yeah.
were people are like, hey, if I'm spending this much money to go to the movies, it better be one hell of a freaking experience.
Flicks
Because
does that, man.
the movies are so expensive, the popcorn's so expensive, the food is so expensive, the drinks are so expensive. I better enjoy myself and not have sticky shoes, right? The bottom
Yeah.
of my shoes better not be sticky.
When you're walking, you hear the shh, shh. You're like,
And
no, man.
and it's kind of like Chick-fil-A, you know. That's probably the better example. There is that Alamo Drafthouse went and turned into Wendy's. It turned into McDonald's, whereas Flicks is the Chick-fil-A of movie theaters.
You get a better experience, customer service experience.
Yeah, the customer service experience at Flicks is amazing. It's almost like they said, hey, for those of you who have extra hours to spend, and if you went through Chick-fil-A training, we want you over here, because every Flicks employee is remarkably good at what they do.
And on top of that, Mike, if you go to the bar, you get there early, right? And you go to the bar at the Flicks Brew House.
Yeah.
What do they tell you? Oh, what movie are you here to see? Okay. And they keep you on track, right? Because you're going to go up and you're going to be with your lady or whatever, and you get you a pour, and you're just drinking, enjoying the conversation. And they'll be like, hey, 30 more minutes and they're going to start seating. Do you want us to close you out, sir? I'm like, well, damn, they're keeping me on track. I like it here, And not only that, Mike, but they also tell you, oh, we just, had these freshly brewed beers. Would you like to savor some try some before you buy? Sure, man. Let me go ahead and see what you got. And if it's a good beer, I'll say, yeah, give me a pour. Like the customer service is on point there, dude.
And the problem though, Joe, is that not everybody goes to Flicks.
I go there exclusively. I do not go to the Santicos around the corner. I go to Flicks.
Yeah, and as much as so I lived off of Petrenko in 1604, right?
Yeah.
Flicks over there on Petrenko 1604 was like my exclusive. Like 90% of the movies I would go to were at Flicks. The other 10% were Casablanca, right? And Casablanca for a Santikos theater is pretty decent. It's pretty decent, right? But it's a night and day difference, Joe. I mean, it's like flying. Like going to Casablanca is like flying American Airlines. It's better than Frontier, but it ain't Delta. And Flicks is Delta. Flicks is Chick-fil-A. And I hope that if they're expanding from 3 locations in San Antonio to 7, that they get the same type of quality employees over there, and that they renovate these Alamo Draft Houses and make them a Flicks, not just an Alamo Draft House with the Flicks name just painted on top of it all. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's not going to be that, Mike. I think what they'll do is that if Flicks is going to take over Alamo Draft House, they're going to do more than just slap their name on it. They're going to have the experience, which is they're going to have to brew on site, right? They're going to have to change the seating, of course, because it's all red right now. Mm-hmm. They'll make it a lot better, because you go to the one on the Park North location, the seats are torn and they have like tape and stuff on them, dude. It's like they're already dated. Like they need to go ahead and renovate. The seats are all messed up. You get the Flicks in there, it's going to have nice seats. They're going to have a nice screen. They'll probably change the inside, make it look a little bit nicer. So I'm looking forward to the experience, man, because, if you go to the one in Park North, right, the Alamo Draft House there now, hope it's going to be Flicks. You got things to do around there. You got other places to go and see. You can hang out, and do some other stuff. And then they got the Twin Peaks in the parking lot right there. That's good too.
Oh, yeah, the comedy club right there as well.
The comedy club, exact.ly. So you could do a whole night of things, Mike.
You could go and
watch a movie, watch a movie and then go to the comedy club afterwards,
Not a bad place, man. For those of you who haven't been to Flicks, I highly, highly, highly recommend. Spurs tonight against the Lakers. Possibility of no Luka Doncic. Doncic has missed the last 2 games because of a hamstring injury. Listed as a game-time decision for tonight's game. Spurs favored by 8.5 points there in LA. Joe, are you guaranteeing victory?
No, man, I never do that, dude. I know better. Anything can happen on any given night. The Spurs, again, they can't play down to the talent. If you have Luka going to be out, you have an opportunity here to start off the rodeo road trip with the win. Don't get lazy. Don't get complacent. Go out there, play good fundamental basketball from start to finish. Get off to a good start. You don't want to start the rodeo road trip off with an L, dude. No.
Yeah. LeBron James, we'll see if he plays as well. LeBron James should not be an All-Star. It's a joke that he is, but I get it, dude. It's what's it called? The tip of the cap. It's one of those what's it called? Last goodbye. It's a swan song type of thing.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't count as an All-Star berth, dude. It shouldn't. Again, the NBA needs to fill one last spot. We'll see if Stephon Castle gets named to that. Congratulations to Steph Castle for being named the Western Conference Player of the Week.
The week, yeah.
Amazing. We'll see how the Spurs do tonight. Joe, hope you have a good day at work, my man.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, I've been off from work for the last 2 days, yesterday and today, as I recover from this ear infection thing,
Mm-hmm.
So I returned to work on Wednesday. It's funny because I only go to work Wednesday and Thursday. Then I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And I have another short week, 4-day work week.
Yeah.
It's short work week, but it's hectic, dude.
Rest in peace to my client, Bob. My client passed away yesterday.
Sorry to hear that.
I had mentioned that I had visited him at the hospital a couple of weeks ago over at the Audie Murphy in the medical center. He's survived by his wife, Diana, and daughter, Monica. They're a very nice family, and he had been my client for about 11 years. And it's a sad thing, man. It's a sad thing, but
Yeah.
I'm glad they had family around them, and he died peacefully at home on yesterday morning.
That's how you'd want to go, surrounded by family, in your final hours. So prayers up to Bob and his family, man. And we also have this to share for you, Mike. Tony Ornelas was so gracious to send this in the media share. Because you're talking about Queens.
Oh, he put Francesco. Send me that photo, Tony. Send me that photo. How did he get a photo of her? Man, that's fast.
That was quick, dude. She'd get a kick out of that. Oh, and I also sent her something in the Facebook direct message. Because remember we were talking about the other day you doing karaoke, and we're saying something about Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
And I had told her that there is video of you doing karaoke to Bobby Brown. Said video does exist. Because it was a funny video of a guy that's like, that I saw on social media that reminded me of you, Mike, because he's like, every time I hear Bobby Brown and he goes to the karaoke, and he's out there dancing and all that. And it reminded me of you that one time when you were doing Bobby Brown on the karaoke.
Mhm.
Remember that? What was it? Were you doing Every Little Step I Take? Was that
Every
what it?
Little
That's
Step
what
I
it was,
Take.
right?
Can't sleep at night. I toss and turn, listening for the telephone. But
Oh,
when I get your
God.
call, I'm all shook up. Can't believe you called my home. And as a matter of fact, it blows my mind. You would even talk to me because a girl like you is like a dream come true, a real life
Oh, my God.
fantasy. No matter what your friends try to tell you, we were meant to fall in love, and we will be together any kind of weather. Just like that, just like that.
And then you got to do the little dance.
You will be there. I saw
Oh,
this
God.
TikTok the other day making fun of Bobby Brown because they were saying that he has made everybody stupider and didn't realize it because the word prerogative.
That's
My prerogative. That's how you pronounce the word. It's prerogative.
Yeah.
Like people have for the last 40 years have mispronounced that word, which was very rarely used anyway, which means
Yeah.
you can make your own decision type of thing.
Yeah.